Hi all, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Okay, I was watching a video on bridgebase Online YouTube channel hosted by Kai Eckert, and on that were Morgan, Peter, Steve Rain, and Kai talking about who'd qualified for the eBridge Cup semi-finals. I'll leave a link in the description of this video so you can actually go through the whole video element which kind of discusses this hand in more detail. So I'm not going to fully go over it. You can kind of watch it for yourself. I'll just play a little segment of it. But before I start playing that, I just want to ask a question. How many out there have heard of the Grosvenor Coup or the Grosvenor Gambit? Because I got a feeling this is not very well known in bridge circles these days, maybe. So let me know in the comments if you've heard of that or heard of this play. It's quite a rare play, but I've known about this for 30 odd years, kind of thing. And I was a bit surprised that nobody mentioned this coup or gambit, especially Peter or Steve, because I know they've been playing quite a while. So let's just play this little clip. Okay. Actually, I'll just make it a little bit bigger.
You have to be making this. So I was like, yep, it's gonna drop and pitch.
Wow, the
Wow.
Grosvenor because throwing a heart away allows you to make it.
Yes, they threw a
So Steve was saying that, oh, throwing a heart away allows you to make it. So what the robots had done, they'd thrown a heart away. Instead of keeping five hearts in the hand, okay, they decided to throw a heart away at some point. And this basically gave them a chance to make it. Whereas if they kept all the five hearts, then there's no way in the world that they could make this contract of six no trumps. So the East robot throwing a heart away gave Kai a chance to actually make the contract.
heart away, which allows you
Oh,
to
was it?
make it. If
Oh,
you
no, hearts. The five one,
no
yeah, yeah.
five one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So if they hadn't pitched hearts, I was always down. So they gave me
So that's it. If they hadn't pitched hearts, he was going to go off. It was impossible to make the contract. Okay. And so this is what's known as the Grosvenor Gambit or the Grosvenor Coup. Okay. It's where you make an irrational play. In fact, I'll read it out for you. It's on Wikipedia. Okay. Grosvenor Gambit. Okay. So in the game of bridge, a Grosvenor Gambit or the Grosvenor Coup is a psychological play in which the opponent, so usually the defender, is purposely given the chance to gain. Sorry, in this case, the defender makes the play. Okay, gives you a chance of the um, person who's playing out the contract to make the contract. So, in which the opponent is purposely given the chance to gain one or more tricks and often even to make the contract. But to do so, he must play for his opponents to have acted illogically or incorrectly. And so this is the thing here. The robots have thrown away a heart where they should just keep hold of the hearts and just throw any other card away. And it's basically an illogical play by throwing a heart away. So Kai hasn't taken this finesse because he can't see the logical reason for the robots to throw away a heart. Okay. And he's right. There's no logical reason. Okay. So thus the opponent likely ends up blaming himself. So in this case, Kai's banging his head. Oh, I could have made it, you know. So you start having a go at yourself. Okay. So thus, the opponent likely ends up blaming himself for not taking advantage of the opportunity presented, even though to do so would have been irrational. The benefit of the Grosvenor Gambit is supposed to come on future hands, okay? So due to a loss of concentration by the player who was taken in by the Gambit. So the Gambit was named after Philip Grosvenor, a fictional character. So that's even funnier. It's actually named after not even a real person. Okay, in a short story by Frederick Turner, published in the Bridge World, okay, who first discovered the Gambit accidentally, and over time developed its theory and deployed it deliberately. The story depicts Grosvenor as often frustrated by opponents who are too obtuse to fall for his ruse. Grosvenor's lifeless body is eventually found bludgeoned to death, his dealing fingers broken shortly after a bridge tournament in which he used his gambit against the wrong opponents. So it's got, I love that story. That's really funny. Um, Obviously, it's fictional, okay, but that is the Grover Gambit. It's basically where the defenders misdefend on purpose knowing full well that you're not going to um, take advantage of this, and you're just going to play it in a rational way. Okay, and so that is the Grosvenor coup, and the idea is it's basic to sort of say, I'm better than you. Okay, I know what you're going to do. I'm going to do this, give you a chance to make it, but you're still going to go off. Okay, and I've had this done to me about 20, 30 years ago. In fact, uh, I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of the Hackett's. Jason or Justin did it against me. And I knew there was something going on at the table at the time, but I wasn't sure what. But I just got a vibe, so I could sense something. And I nearly said, you know what? I nearly sort of said, screw this. I'm going to just play it the wrong way here because I felt something up. But then, you just fall back to type and you just sort of go with the logic and you get it wrong. And then you go, oh, I nearly did that, but no, I didn't. Okay, so yeah, the Grosvenor Gambit, Jason or Justin Hackett definitely played it against me years and years ago, and they were basically saying, you might be one of the new kids on the block, but you're not as good as us. So yeah, I was very surprised actually that these Peter and Steve didn't actually mention it. They've probably heard of it, to be honest with you, but they just didn't mention it. Maybe they've forgotten about it or something. But I thought that was an opportunity for them to sort of mention it at that point. So maybe they've never heard of it. I don't know. But that is the Grosvenor Gambit. Let me know if you've played this or had it played against you, or if you've never even heard of it. Let me know in the comments what you think.